Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Zainab and today I'm doing another video in the weight loss series. Today's video is all about the mindset aspect to weight loss and why some of us struggle to lose weight and why it can be easier for some people to lose weight quickly while other people seem to do everything right but still struggle to lose the weight. So I don't think a lot of us talk about the mindset aspect to losing weight, but the mindset is really important. So we all know that we need to eat less calories and burn more calories, being in a caloric deficit, but you can eat the right food, you can work out, but if your mindset is not in check, then you're always going to struggle with losing the weight. A lot of people do yo-yo dieting where they'll lose weight quickly, but then they gain it all back. And worse, some of us gain it back like even more than what we originally started off with. So this is very, very important to talk about because our mindset and our beliefs definitely impact the whole fundamental aspect of our lives because what we believe about ourselves and what we believe to be true is what reigns throughout our entire life. So in the book You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay, and this is a book that I've referred to a lot of times in my channel and in my books as well, she talks about the metaphysical aspect of the connection through our mind and body. And I truly believe that the mind body connection is so real. The mind body connection is so important because whatever we think about, we also hold on to in our bodies as well. So a lot of times people struggle to lose the weight because we don't give ourselves permission to lose the weight. A lot of times when you do gain weight, you hold on to it because you're either stressed out or there's a fear or you don't think you're worthy of losing weight. And this is a big reason and something that I personally struggled with as well is when you don't feel good about yourself or you're not confident in yourself or secure in yourself, you kind of want to hide away. And the way that you hide is by gaining the weight. So you think that if you weight, then you are not maybe as approachable or as attractive. So you use the weight to kind of hide yourself. So what this means is, let's say you're going through a stressful time, we might tend to overeat or not work out, but also the food is used for emotional reasons. So for me personally, I just thought I like to eat, but I didn't know that emotional eating was my coping mechanism. So when uncomfortable emotions came up for me, instead of feeling those emotions, I would turn to food to kind of escape or to not deal with the uncomfortable reality of whatever stressful situation or trauma or tragedies or whatever I was going through. Food kind of helped suppress those emotions or numb them. And other people like do things like maybe they drink or they do drugs or smoke or whatever. So food is also a coping mechanism that a lot of people use, and we don't really think of it as something bad because I guess it's so normal in our society, but a lot of times I would be very like overwhelmed because I'm trying to eat low calories and I'm working out, but I just seem to either stay stuck in the same weight or I keep gaining weight, and I never really understood this principle until I like read about it. I always kind of believed in like the mind body connection, but I guess I didn't really know it, or it got confirmed when I read about it in the book. And when I read the reason why people gain weight and then the perceived way of thinking, it all made sense to me. Weight loss has a lot more to do with your mental health and your mindset than it does the physical, because we all know that the science of weight loss, if we take out the emotions, is to move more and to eat less calories. But that's easier said than done, right? Like you can get the best coach and nutritionist and they can draw out a program for you, but if you don't stick to it or you don't believe you're worthy or that you can do it, then you will self-sabotage. You will either lose the weight and gain it all back, or you will try and then fail when it gets tough. So while you are working on the diet and the working out part of weight loss, the biggest component you need to work on is the mindset and the belief that you have about yourself. If you don't believe you're worthy of success or you don't believe that you can do it, then you're never going to reach your goal. So for me, it was important for me to take time to feel my emotions and to really look within and understand what it is that I'm going through and what are those uncomfortable things that I'm trying to suppress with food. Because I talked about this in another video, it got to a point where I wasn't able to use my coping mechanisms to suppress my emotions anymore, and I had no choice but to feel them. And it was a shit show. It was a crazy journey of looking within and healing and working on my confidence and working on releasing those stories and those beliefs that I had about myself and giving myself permission to lose the weight that I was able to start the process. And whereas other people may not think that deep or think that it is that deep, it is that deep, and it is like there is so much layers and depth to, everyone's journey that we don't really take into consideration on the day to day. But like I have struggled with weight my whole life, and yes, the mindset and the beliefs I feel like is a huge component to it. Because I can get the best meal plan, I can get the best workout program, but if I don't believe in myself and I don't think that I'm worthy, and I didn't, then I would self-sabotage a lot of it. So some of the ways that I did was, number one, just to hide, using the layer of fat as protection. So if you're ever scared or you're stressed out, you tend to eat a lot, and then that fat is used as a layer of protection, like in your mindset, so that maybe you don't have to deal with your problems, right? If you put yourself out there, there's a chance you'll get rejected, and you're protecting yourself from that. So you gain the weight. If maybe you had abandonment issues growing up, you might overeat, and that layer of fat keeps you safe. And another thing in the book it talks about is fear and being scared. So I know for me, when I gained a lot of the weight back, I was going through a very hard time in life, and it made sense why I gained all the weight back. Yes, scientifically, you're eating a lot of calories and not moving more, but I understood the emotional and mental aspects of, like, the mindset aspects of it, which helped me now to kind of like work on those. So you can work on your mindset by journaling, talking to a therapist or a coach or a loved one, and really working on your mindset. So affirmations and listening to positive faith-filled messages and podcasts and things like that to kind of help you think differently. And the more that you're able to become uncomfortable with your emotions, the more you're able to release, and you'll be able to give yourself permission to lose the weight. We're all capable of doing it. It's just the mindset, the things that we have carried with ourselves for years. That's hard to change. Like, yes, eating a certain way and then changing your eating habits is hard. The hardest part of this whole journey is the mindset and the beliefs we have about ourselves. And whether you believe it or not, we all have like limiting beliefs about ourselves that hinder us. Sometimes it's you don't think you're worthy, sometimes it's a fear of success. If you become successful with your weight loss, that's going to change the relationship you have with the people around you. There's a new level of expectation. There's a new, I guess, a new way that you carry yourself, which might break your old relationships. And on the other hand, it might be if you are successful, what if you fail? Because it takes something to get success, but it takes a whole other ballgame to sustain the success. And it would be very embarrassing if you gain the weight back after you work so hard on your journey. And I definitely felt like a failure when I gained the weight back, but I didn't understand these aspects of it, which then made me have more compassion for it. And another thing with the mindset is the best way to change the mindset is to look at evidence. So you can either look at pictures of when you were successful before or when you did achieve any weight loss related goal, and also to create new evidence. So showing up to the gym, making those small promises to yourself, and making small changes, which will show you that you are capable of changing your mindset and your beliefs about yourself. A huge part of that is confidence, right? And as much as there is body positivity and stuff, like gaining weight does take a hit on your confidence. It does take a hit on how you see yourself because, I mean, for a lot of us, we think we're great, but how we present ourselves doesn't reflect that. And then that makes you change your belief about yourself. Like, there is a lot of potentials and opportunities out here that I do want to, maybe partake in. But the weight definitely does hold me back because I guess it's just like you want to be the total package, I guess you can say, but you can't love yourself skinny. I remember in 2014, 15 when I lost a lot of weight and I was super skinny. I was even more insecure in myself than I was when I was skinny because when you lose weight, everyone had different expectations of me, and also like I think I had body dysmorphia because I still thought I was fat. And I realized at that point that it's not the weight that's the problem, it's my mindset. Because, I was dressing better, I was like skinny, and I was working on eating healthy, but my mindset and the way that I viewed myself was not the greatest. And you want to make sure that when you're arriving at your weight loss and your goal, that your mindset is following. So I think that's definitely something to like look into, and I can definitely talk more about the mindset aspect as well. But I really wanted to share that and make this a part of the weight loss journey because mindset is everything, and you're gonna need a strong mindset and a resilient mindset to help you get to your goal and then also to sustain your goal. So I hope that this video helped, and let me know what else you want to see, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.